Our next candidate for district attorney is Ms. Kathleen Bryson.
I have some handouts like that. Can I give you? I don't know if I have enough for everyone, so you might have to share. I'm not going to tell you how many generations of Democrats that I'm in line with. Suffice it to say that when the Irish come to New England, they don't register with them. There are 4 points I'd like to make. First of all, I'm the only candidate with the business experience to make significant changes in that office that will help the taxpayer. Second, I'm the only candidate that's going to take a 20% pay cut day one to put back into the community to start solving some of the problems we have with our youth, particularly in the area of methamphetamine. Third, I'm the only candidate that's in criminal court every day, but Paul's not in every day, but his deputies are, I guess. So I'm the only challenger that's in criminal court every day. I didn't practice 4 years ago or 6 years ago criminal law. I'm practicing it today, tomorrow, the next day. And fourth, I would like maybe just to point out that when people make claims about statistics, about crime rates and things like that, we need to look beyond what they say in a political climate, but look to the reality of those claims and be very careful as to what we believe. First of all, my business background. I worked in London 8 years in the corporate Britain. I was the first lawyer for Tesco Stores Limited, which is a FTSE, they call it FTSE 100 company. It's the largest private employer of people in the United Kingdom, the third largest retail in the world. I was their first lawyer. I was actually a solicitor. I had to retrain. And yes, the bar in England and Wales is every bit as difficult as California to pass. Once I got that opportunity, I had to build a legal department underneath me, had to motivate, train, manage people, and I had to keep within a budget. I learned spreadsheets. I went on time management courses and people management courses, all the different things you need to do in a high-pressure commercial environment. This was a household name. Anyone familiar with the London press? They can be brutal. So my biggest task was to keep my client out of the press, and it was very challenging, particularly as you're growing a legal team and have budget constraints. So those qualities that I have, those skills that I have, are important in cutting out the waste we currently have in the district attorney's office. Right now we have a lot of small cases clogging the court system. We have an incumbent who's telling his misdemeanor deputies to take it to trial because it's good experience. Well, good experience for who? The taxpayer? The courts? The jurors who are losing money as they sit there? Wasted time? Certainly not good experience for the defendant, but we're not as concerned about that. But what I would look to do is to, like Mr. Hagan said, mentor the less experienced lawyers and help them to bring things through the system and resolve matters without having to take everything to trial. Because doing that is an abuse of power, and it's also a waste of our money. I would make this office more effective by applying some of the skills that I learned in corporate Britain, people management, performance reviews. I cannot believe it's almost 4 minutes. Anyway, every good business relies on how well it deals with customer complaints and employee feedback. Customer complaints would be you and the victims, integrating that into your business. The 20% back into the community. I would put that into juvenile services. I was a minors counsel. My first client in dependency was 3 days old because the mother had taken meth every day for pregnancy. So $30,000, which is 20% of the $150,000, that could go back into the youth of Humboldt because that's what we're manufacturing right now is juvenile offenders. Again, I've already stated that I'm in criminal law every day, and I'm seeing it from the other side as a criminal defense lawyer, and I think that's useful in training officers, working with officers. I can now look at a police report, and within 5 minutes I can tell them what they did that maybe they could have improved. We call it cross-examination. You might call it something else.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you.
We get to ask 2 questions.
I almost got out with one question.
Members of the committee, do you have any questions?
You could ask what was my 4th point. We could do a John Brooks thing.
Members of the associate members, I'm sorry, Pam.
What's your fourth point?
Again, all right, the incumbent is claiming that violent crime is down. And we all have the experience of knowing that it's up. It has to be up. With methamphetamine use up and just our own experiences of violent crime, we know that it's up. I don't know what he's using to gauge that. I don't know whether when someone dies as a result of DUI, is that considered a murder? How is that quantified? But certainly the cover of our paper today tells a different story than what we're getting in the political climate.
One more question.
Have to be a member.
A member of the committee, please. Thank you, Ms. Bryson.
Thank you.